Abadi Ismail is a sports commentator. Welcome to all of you. Great to have all of you with us. Abadi, let me start with you. This tournament, there's a bit of a debate going on about it. It has its supporters. It also has its detractors. And as we just heard, 32 of the world's top club teams descend on the US, which is a country not known for its love of football or soccer as it's known here. We have seen that attendance has been poor at some games. It's a new tournament. The effort is to widen the fan base. Do you think it's going to work?
Thanks for having me. So absolutely, when we look at the excitement and the engagement, there was a bang, there was a lot of buzz that is generated by the fan base in the US. Specifically, when we talk about YouGov Business, which is, they did a major study and a survey, 75% of the attendees fans in the age of 18 and 34. So that tells you that the new generations that living in the US or visiting the US are absolutely excited about the tournament itself. Now, the backlash is absolutely the setback on the seating area and the attendees area, and that's largely because of the FIFA wrongdoing, uprising the ticket sales at the beginning, which have definitely deferred so many people to watch the games on streaming services. And for that reason, that was like you saw some attendees in teams that are in large, not a big teams in names and brands, have a low attendance. But for majority of it, it's a success for the US. It's a success for the fan base, and it's a success for the FIFA that was able to bring a lot of promoters, a lot of sponsors, a lot of corporate influence to push this tournament beyond the domestic leagues, beyond the idea of just competing domestically. Now we are competing from a cross-continental phases. Teams in Europe playing against teams in the Latin America, and teams playing against Africans and Asian teams.
All right, great points there. Abadi, FIFA has come under scrutiny at times for its priorities. It's been accused of putting money ahead of fans when it comes to where the tournaments will be held, Qatar being a case in point. And just a few weeks ago, FIFA's chief Gianni Infantino took the Italian club Juventus to the White House. Let's listen to what he said there.
The learnings that we have this year with the Club World Cup, which is historic, I say this to all the Americans, because it's the first ever Club World Cup, and it's played in the United States of America. So the learnings we'll have for this will apply them next year.
And they're largely sold out.
So President Trump will actually present the trophy, and FIFA has just opened an office in Trump Tower. What do you make of these decisions?
It's the global influence. And that's indeed what the FIFA is looking for, is the global influence through corporate influence. And I'll give an example here. When we talked about oversaturated schedule, these teams elected to come to and play. They have an option to reject the nomination, and other teams will jump right on it, okay? And I'll give an example. Man United and Barcelona would have taken these position and seats and help them securing more financial stability into their physical year. They have a lot of financial issues from teams that have big brands. So when we talk about money, yes, money talks and the brand talks. Global influence, that's when PIF came into the play, and they become the prime sponsor of this event, putting over $1 billion on prize pool money. And that's itself, it's a global influence from the Saudi Pro League, from the Saudi investments, to come in here and help FIFA secure such a tournament and provide such unbelievable broadcasting services and streaming services through the zone. So overall, every team has the right to say, well, I have an oversaturated calendar, I cannot come in. And then other teams will come in, and we looked at the Messi mania in the stadium, game one, 60,000 fans watching Al Ahly against Inter Miami. At the same time, we cannot ignore the fact that there's so much money pouring into this Club World Cup from the Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia to showcase that Saudi Arabia is here for this tournament, funding the environment. Donald Trump securing, a space for the FIFA's offices, another showcase that the FIFA will have a footprint in Miami as a regional or headquarter office in the US, and in New York as another regional office for the upcoming Nation World Cup in 2026. They needed it, they secured it. It's all about relationship, and I applaud them for taking that deal. Why not? Let's do it.
Abadi, You know, we're looking at new countries coming into the game right now. When we see this kind of movement of players that we've been talking about, what does it do for the development of the game at the national level?
Absolutely. I mean, when you bring players from any European leagues with the superstar names locally, and you bring them and bridge them into a new league, whether it's the Brazilian league or the Saudi Pro leagues, it comes with a buzz. And that really help out to motivate the squads and the players in that respective leagues to do their best to compete with these national figures, these prominent figure names, and come and play. Now, there is a lot of lesson learned here, and I will give a Saudi Pro as an example. When Cristiano Ronaldo moved into the Saudi leagues, the Saudi PIF were putting a lot of money in there just to bring Cristiano, because he was the beacon of bringing more players to the league. Cristiano Ronaldo was playing in a league in the summer temperature is 40 degrees Celsius, and he play and run like a 30 years old player, professional player. I will add to what Tim said here, the cross-continental games, whether it's Panama, America, Asia, Africa, Asia, Brazil, Asia, Libertadores, that will generate a lot of buzz, a lot of bang for players to come and play and compete at the highest level. The lesson learned from this and overall is the U.S., dry run for the World Cup here. They have the infrastructure, for example, to play in indoor facilities. And take a look at all the NFL stadiums that are in place. There are plenty of games that can be played in an indoor environment with a safe environment for the fan and for the players. Now we go to the night session. All these games can be played in an outdoor space in Florida as an example, in Kansas as an example, in New York as an example, where they have stadiums that are outdoor space. The best infrastructure for the World Cup to be hosted today, it's absolutely the United States of America. And so I don't think that there is a lesson learned that the FIFA and the US have to sit together in a round table and kind of take a look at it from what can we do to promote the World Cup in 2026 better, in a safe manner, in a welfare for the players. And that's it.
And we have to leave it there. Thanks to all of you for being with us.